Is this the clearest sign yet that Putin is prepared to edge into the Iran war just ahead of Trump's latest deadline? Did Moscow go beyond just sending missiles and quietly help Iran lock onto US targets from space using Russian military satellites? Did Russia's eyes in the sky give Iran the coordinates it needed to batter America's critical E-3 sentry at Prince Sultan Air Base? And did Putin effectively hand Tehran a map of US and allied assets for deadly strikes, from Saudi airfields and Gulf oil sites to Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean? Ukrainian military intelligence says Russia is aiding Iran's war effort by providing satellite imagery to help plan strikes across the region. An undated Ukrainian assessment, cited by Reuters, also said Russian and Iranian hackers have collaborated in several cyber operations. According to this assessment, Russian satellites conducted at least 24 reconnaissance passes over the Middle East between March the 21st and 31st. The surveillance reportedly covered 46 strategic targets spread across 11 different countries in the wider region. These targets included US bases, major airports, oil fields, and military headquarters, the document said. 9 of the satellite surveys focused on Saudi Arabia, 5 of which concentrated on the King Khalid military city area. The Russian scans were described as aiming to locate US-supplied THAAD air defense systems deployed in Saudi territory. One key example highlighted was fresh satellite imaging of Saudi Arabia's Prince Sultan Air Base just days before an Iranian strike on March 27. That attack subsequently damaged a US E-3 Sentry AWACS aircraft stationed at the base, a major blow to American airborne early warning capability. Another satellite pass on March 28 was used to assess the aftermath of the Prince Sultan strike, according to the same reporting. Sites in Turkey, Jordan, Kuwait, and the UAE were each surveyed twice by Russian satellites during this period. Meanwhile, locations in Israel, Qatar, Iraq, Bahrain, and the US base at Diego Garcia were each imaged at least once. Russian satellites also monitored the strategic Strait of Hormuz extensively, reflecting its importance for US and allied shipping. Analysts say a permanent Russia-Iran communication channel likely enables regular intelligence transfers based on this satellite data. Moscow and Tehran have significantly deepened their bilateral ties since the start of the Ukraine war in 2022. Both countries have signed a long-term strategic partnership treaty that includes provisions for expanded intelligence and security cooperation. Notably, one article in the pact allows their security services to exchange information and experience to counter shared threats. Cyber cooperation under this framework includes joint activity and shared tools, with some operations coordinated through Telegram-based hacker groups. Recent reports say Iranian hackers have used Russian-developed tools and servers in cyber operations, including campaigns run over encrypted messaging platforms. Reports say Iran likely used lethal Russian shoulder-fired missiles to shoot down a US jet during the recent clash. According to British media, Iran quietly made a £450 million deal with Moscow to buy 500 Verba launchers, although deliveries were originally scheduled over several years. The same reporting said the agreement also covered 2,509 M336 missiles, and some accounts suggest at least part of this arsenal was delivered earlier this year. The missile can engage targets at altitudes of up to around 5 kilometers. It is highly lethal against low-flying targets that try to stay under radar. It puts aircraft, helicopters, and drones at serious risk. Its advanced infrared seeker locks onto an aircraft's heat signature with much greater precision than older systems. A 3-channel guidance system helps the missile stay on target. It has strong resistance to countermeasures, allowing it to keep tracking a target despite jamming attempts. This reduces the impact of heat decoys like flares, making it harder for pilots to break the missile's lock. These features together improve the operator's survivability. Overall, it is specifically built to defeat the defensive suites of modern fighter aircraft. The IRGC, however, claimed it shot down both the F-15 Eagle and an A-10 Warthog using a new domestically produced system, without acknowledging any Russian role. US units rapidly rescued the F-15 pilot but then had to mount a second high-risk operation to recover the other crew member, a colonel. Both airmen had ejected into enemy territory before the aircraft hit the ground and exploded. Trump hailed the recovery mission as one of the most daring operations in US history. The mission reportedly involved hundreds of Special Forces troops, dozens of aircraft, and a deception campaign coordinated with US intelligence to fool Iranian units. For this operation, the US deployed several highly specialized aircraft, including the MC-130J Commando II, a long-range special operations transport configured for dangerous, low-visibility insertions. The MC-130J is among the most advanced aircraft in the U.S. inventory, designed to operate in hostile environments, penetrate defended airspace, and support covert or special operations forces. Each MC-130J is estimated to cost over $100 million, underscoring the enormous financial stakes involved when such platforms are committed to a single mission. These aircraft are equipped with sophisticated sensors, secure communications, and the ability to refuel in midair, enabling them to penetrate deep into contested territory and remain on station for extended periods. Despite their advanced capabilities, the mission reportedly encountered major challenges on the ground, including intense Iranian air defenses and local militia activity. U.S. officials have confirmed that 2 of these MC-130J craft were destroyed during the course of the operation, marking a significant material loss for the U.S. Special Operations Aviation Fleet. According to the Tasnim news agency, Iranian defenses targeted multiple U.S. aerial assets, including helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft, during the high-risk raid. The so-called rescue operation of the U.S. Army, which was planned under the guise of an immediate free and escape operation on the pretext of rescuing its downed aircraft pilot at an abandoned airport in southern Isfahan, ended in complete failure with the timely presence of the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Following prior information and further examinations by experts present at the scene, it was determined that 2 C-130 military aircraft and 2 Black Hawk helicopters of the U.S. Army were destroyed through the fulfillment of promise and help of Almighty God, as well as the sacred wrath of the soldiers of Islam and the powerful armed forces. This action increased the level of repeated failures of the U.S. Army. It became clear to all that the cowardly and defeated U.S. Army, in this imposed war, is not considered a dominant or superior force in the face of the divine will of the Iranian armed forces. Following this glorious and victorious operation, the defeated U.S. president, hastily and falsely, through psychological warfare, tries to escape from the scene of defeat and, like in the past, continues his absurd claims and deflections. Although the reality of the battlefield itself demonstrates the superiority of the powerful armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran. This development comes as President Trump has once again vowed hell for Iran in a profanity-filled Truth Social post, ratcheting up the rhetoric surrounding the conflict. Trump specifically threatened Iran over control of the vital Strait of Hormuz, which is currently under severe blockade by Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC) forces, disrupting regional shipping and energy flows.